Jalen Ramsey, is he still worth a first rounder? Is one, and two, if he is, would you give up 18 for Jalen Ramsey?
Whew,
Deep breath on that one, right?
Well, look, I mean, you talk about Jamal right at $4 million and being a culture fit here, right, and being that sort of guy, like, being his own personality and a leader and all that, like, that's, he is in a lot of ways what the Lions want. And I don't know that Jalen Ramsey is, just from afar. I don't know what he's like up close, obviously, but knowing some of the problems that he caused in Jacksonville, I wonder how that would fit in the Lions locker room. So, and without having studied his tape, I know people have said, that maybe his play took a step back this season. He's still one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. The Lions have an extremely, glaring need for help at cornerback. But I think if I was building this team, I would rather keep my draft picks, sign someone in free agency if I could. That way I'm sort of getting the best of all worlds there with bringing in young talent and maybe adding a veteran who can really shore up that spot too.
Dave, I like that. Hey, but be careful about going two teams back, because if the Rams would have paid attention to 2 teams ago, Odell Beckham, they might not be Super Bowl champs.
That's true. And you're right, because everyone, look, I mean, different situations, right? You start winning. That's what people want at the end of the day. So that matters.
Hey, Dave, one of the things, whether it's Jalen Ramsey or somebody like Jalen Ramsey, we have not seen Brad Holmes. We've seen him draft. We know he can draft. We have not seen him lure a big-time free agent to Detroit yet. They haven't had to, but do you anticipate he will have a big splash at some point this free agency, or more methodical approach?
Yeah, I think it's probably another DJ Chark type player. Maybe it's a defensive tackle because they do need that, or maybe it's a linebacker. I don't know that it's going to be you're signing a guy for a 5-year, $80 million contract. I don't think that's how the Lions want to build, and I think that's the right approach, frankly. I think with all the young talent that they have in the pipeline right now, and with all the the capital that they have to continue to improve going forward, in the way that Brad has drafted, frankly, I sort of, if I'm running the team, I like my chances, with the plan that I have in place. So I do think you need to supplement, and you do need to add some talent at key spots. But again, I would be careful about overspending, because you don't have to look too far into the future to know that you got big contracts coming up for Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell eventually, and maybe even Jonah Jackson, guys like that your own guys that you've developed that you want to keep around.